You know, it's occurred to me that I haven't done an unboxing all year. Well, it's not because I haven't bought stuff. I have, but most of the stuff that I've bought has been really boring. It's all stuff like fish hooks. We all know why I buy fish hooks. At least most of you that follow this channel do. It's because in my lifetime I'll probably never need to buy another hard bait again. Unless it's something really special or something that I use all the time. Like those. But I do get blanks like those, and I can build my own duos. So that's not the problem. However, because you see what's mostly on the wall of tackle, and then all of these bags, all of those bags, that bag, that bag, hi Casey, and that bag. It's all plastics because I'm clearly obsessed with them. So it's Christmas time and I want to show you what we've gotten from Tackle Warehouse. Alright, so the stuff that you don't need to see, we're going to get out of the way. And it's all these treble hooks. What I prefer to use on my baits are stuff like this. Yes, I have higher end. I've got trocar, I've got owners, I've got Gamakatsu. I've got just about every hook that you could possibly imagine or want on your stuff. And of course I offer upgrades. Of course I do. We're going to get the set locks and the VMC hooks out of the way. Both are pretty reputable. Both are pretty good hooks. I like the set locks a little bit better because they're beefier. Let's see. Just a few more of them. Okay, I think that's all my hooks. There's a lot of them. We're going to set that right there next to all these guys. Yeah, there's the trocars, Gamakatsus. See, I offer all of those on hook upgrades. And I do have a lot of clients that are guides and some tournament anglers that do request them that won't use anything but the trocars, which is awesome. It's a great hook. But let's go through what fun stuff I got. I desperately needed another set of pliers. Mine are just about used through, the ones that I use here in the shop. Can't go through life without a wacky worm tool. Neat thing about these is if you've never used one before, and I would imagine that most of you that watch this channel probably have used these, but let me show you how these things work. Alright, so I got a couple of these. They're definitely not 100% necessary to have, but they do make a very useful tool when you're out on the water. If you want a wacky rig, a Senko, or any other kind of worm that you have. Senko primarily though, because that has the thickness that you really want for this tool. So you just kind of load this in. Either way, you can get it this way as well. And you want to go to that real middle part. And you want to go to the middle part of the worm. It's usually a little bit slicker in there. There's no ribbing on there. And just take the little band that's on the bottom and run it up the side of this tool. Now this one happens to be from Eagle Claw. Bass Pro Shops sells their own, of course, Gander Mountain, Cabela's, all the major retailers in the fishing industry sell these little tools, and they're good tools to have. And then that just drops on to the worm because you already have it loaded in the tube. And then, voila, you have the band. Then you just take your finesse hook or your weedless finesse hook and put it right in the middle of that. There you go. You're wacky. So we got a couple of those. The free Tackle Warehouse shirt. This color is sand. And I got a couple of these already this year, but again, nothing spectacular, nothing to write home about as far as my purchases have been. This year it's all been business related for the most part. But I do love spending enough money at Tackle Warehouse to get the free shirts and the stickers. So, got the shirt. Let's see what else is in here. And the obligatory Tackle Warehouse sticker. We have, they always send you a return stamp for UPS, although to be honest with you, I really can't think of a single time where I've returned anything to Tackle Warehouse, ever. But I guess there could always be a chance. Actually, I think I was close one time. I got a Abu Garcia Mike Iaconelli series, and it says that it's a medium heavy on Tackle Warehouse, but when you get the rod, it's a medium. However, the weight requirements were the same as if it were medium heavy, so I ended up keeping it, and it's now one of my favorite rods. Split ring pliers, because mine are so chewed up. I've got like 3 pair, but I keep one on the boat. I keep one over at the work desk, on the bench, on the spray bench, and then I keep this one. And this has seen the majority of work, and it's worn down, so it's time to get a new one. Got a lot of Yum. The Swarm Yums, because Tackle Warehouse always has the Mac Daddy of all Mac Daddy holiday sales. I believe they call it the 25 Days of Christmas. And we don't have to go through every color, but I'm going to get these together real quick and just show you a little bit of what we got. Alright. This is their Golden Shiner. I like the large eyes on this. That's what attracted me to this bait. I don't know if that is a stick-on or how they've got that worked in, but that's pretty cool, and I think it'll be a pretty good finesse bait, deep water finesse bait, because that large eye is going to attract them. Let's see, this is a mullet color. The smoke red pepper. You guys can see that. There we go. Try and get the glare off of that. This is a watermelon seed, which is one of my favorites. Natural colors, especially this time of year in the winter. If I'm going to be out on Bull Shoals or Norfolk or any of the Ozark lakes, I love natural colors. And red. Red seems to work really well. Deeper levels. If I'm going to be fishing deep, this is just a plain old black with the yellow eye. Now this is fun. The electric chicken. And for some reason in this area, especially the rivers, the green and pink is a huge smallmouth attractor. I don't know if you guys have had any of the same success with this color in your area of the United States. Leave a comment in the section below, because I'd really like to know if the pink and green work as well for y'all as they do down here in the Ozarks. Got a watermelon pearl. This is a laminate, which means it's a two-tone. I'm going to actually show this to you. A laminate, anytime you see LAM or laminate, that means that one side looks just about completely different than the other side. So that is the Yum laminate. And again, these are cool, not just because they're on sale. We love a good sale. about the only time of year anymore where I have to spend anything, because the rest of the year I'm making my own baits. I think these were like $1.99. It's a 7-pack, and I believe these little knuckleheads are like 4.5 inches. It does not tell me. Yep, 4 3/4 inches. So just shy of 5 inches. This is the silver. And then a blue-black, which they're calling Tequila Sunrise. So that's the yums. Got a couple of Jekyll baits, which, no pun intended, no play on words. And anybody from Jekyll, if you happen to be listening, I really had no intention of encroaching on your name. The reason I'm Jekyll Baits isn't because of Jekyll, it's because of my initials. So those of you that have known me for a while and fished with me for years, you know that I am Jennifer Ellen Cravassi, J-E-K. I got the nickname Jekyll because I was this mild, meek person until you got me on the water, and then I turned into a beast. So some of the guys that have fished with me in tournaments over the years, when I was your co-angler, they would kid and tease me. So and I did pretty well. I actually took this last year off so I could start this business, because it's something that I've always wanted to do. And except for when I was in the Army, I really didn't have I wouldn't say I don't have respect for the corporate America, but what I've found in life is that for me, I love to know what the next thing is, and I love to set my own standards, and I have a ridiculous work ethic, and that generally largely goes unappreciated unless you're working for yourself. So with me, nobody yells at me if I work over 12 hours a day. Nobody is giving me directions that make absolutely no sense to me. So owning my own business is the best thing that I ever did. I hope that if that's the direction you guys want to take, and you guys that are tournament anglers, you guys that are doing the YouTube full time, you understand what that means, because you get to set your own style, your own pace, as long as you work. You always will find in life that you get what you give. And that couldn't be more true in this business, in the fishing industry. If you put a little bit of effort into it, you're going to get a little bit out of it, and you're not going to get that return and that reward that you're looking for. But if you wake up every morning and you're charged up, you're fired up, you're ready to go to work, you're ready to do whatever the day is going to bring. It's my little soapbox, but that's my recommendation to all you guys out there, is that don't quit, don't give up, keep going. And when somebody tells you that you'll never do it, trust me, 9 times out of 10, you can do it. Just don't break the law. Live your life. Be good to everybody else. Don't break the law. So Jekyll, that's a very long way of telling you guys that I had no intentions of stepping on y'all's name. Has nothing to do, one has nothing to do with the other. But Jekyll is me. I'm J-E-K. And Jekyll is the nickname that I was given. So it just kind of carried through. And I love it. So Jekyll Baits it is. But back to the matter at hand. These little eye shads are great. Now, these are small finesse baits as well, and any guys that have been watching and girls that have been watching the channel for a while know that I love a good finesse bait. I'm a finesse queen, and even when the crankbait bite is on, if I stop getting hits right away, like if I start slowing down, then I'm gonna immediately go to a finesse bite. It's just my style of fishing. Love it, and I get some pretty decent returns on it. Some of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life have come on finesse baits. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that know what I'm talking about. So the Jekyll, this one color is the Dark Thunder Silver. I like it very much. Can't wait to try that. And this other eye shad is just a watermelon pepper. And it's a very dark watermelon pepper. It almost looks black. When you hold it up to the light, it does have a greenish tint to it. Also like gamblers. Now these ugly otters, I just think they're cool. And they probably have a lot of water displacement. That's what that bait looks like right there, out of the package. A lot of movement. I think that's going to be a pretty neat bait as well. Good trailer. I buy, and I'm not sponsored by any of these guys, so I don't mind talking about the differences. There's a couple of products out here that are similar to these. One is the Don Iannavino. He puts out a finesse bait that's a paddle tail, like a beaver style. Those are really cool. And then the Devil Spears by Mike Iaconelli, the Havocs, a lot less expensive than Don's, and probably about the same price as the Gamblers, maybe a little bit less. But also the Devil Spears, the Mike Iaconelli series, are awesome. Love that series very much. What else do we have in the Gamblers? Let's see. We've got a Bluegrass Ugly Otter. And this color is the Hurricane Craw. Then we have the Winter Craw. And since it's winter, we're also going to take this one out of the package. Now, I would probably call this about as close to a laminate as you can get. It's not a mix of colors. There's the back end has got a really cool green swirl to it. And I can smell the scent from here. It's a lot of garlic on that, y'all. That's going to be a fish catcher for sure. So we've got this brown and green, very natural colors, and whoo, Lord have mercy, that's a lot of scent on that. Tons of garlic in these Gamblers. I love it. Also have some culprits, the Vibe Shads. Just got one pack of those, and I got some more Gamblers over here. Just got more of the same. So 3 different colors, 3 other different colors. We got the green pumpkin black swirl, the silver shadow, and the Florida 5-0. And then got a couple of culprit Vibe Shads. They're 4.5 inch. Smarter than the package, Jen. And really cool paddle tail. A lot of motion in it. It's just a slab bait. Also a two-tone, not called a laminate, but you've got the top, which is much darker than the bottom. It's got that little groove for your hook in the bottom of the bait. You guys can see that. And then earlier this year, I bought this color, which is the Firefly. It's pink. Leo Shang, you should get this. It's a pink bait. But it's got a lot of glitter in it, and I've had a tremendous amount of success with it. It's pearl. It's a light colored bait. Highly recommend this in the fall and the winter because it does mimic a dying fish very well. There you have. Love swim baits. Alright, so we're almost through it. I appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. I've got to get to work here shortly in the workshop. Got a ton of custom orders I got to get done. Got some bulk orders. The last but certainly not least are these little tungsten pagoda weights, nail weights. And tungsten is the way to go, you guys. It's a little pricier, but lead has got so many contaminants in it. The less you handle it, the less you touch it. You know, when I was a kid, and I'm sure we all did this, you would bite down on the split shot baits to get that on the line, and tungsten. Do the tungsten. Well, that's going to just about do it for today. Thanks for watching the unboxing. I'm sorry that I haven't had more. To be honest with you, they're not my favorite thing to do. I'd prefer to show you fishing or the workshop. I want to show you baits. But thanks for hanging out with me. You've already got one of the top 10 from 2016. I'm going to be featuring some stuff both on and off the water. 8 and 9 should be out in the next couple of days, and then we'll go right down to number 1. It's not going to be in sync with New Year's Eve. Like number one's not going to hit on New Year's Eve, but we are going to do respectively 10 through 1 favorite fishing moments both on and off the water for Jekyll baits, and just for me personally, certainly moving to the Ozarks and getting to fish big water. There's nothing better in the whole wide world for me. So thanks a lot. If you like the video, if you have any questions, leave a comment in the section below. Thank you for subscribing. As always, happy casting, and we'll see you real soon.